Hi. Glad to see everybody here today. Well, hopefully there'll be more here than there was yesterday. The other day I had a lot of people here, and then today it could be iffy because it's just in the middle of the day. And that's how I usually have to go, is impromptu and just make it happen along with my inspiration and the feelings that I get and the impressions I get about what might be able to help you and anyone else. That's what I really try to do. So here we are. What I have to talk to you about today is that, it's almost the 2018 year, and that's exciting. So many things could change, so many things could happen, and the bottom line is that, of course, everybody knows that we need to have goals. Of course, everybody knows that that's the time of year to set goals, but I'm telling you, if you make a goal, you need to be very careful to make sure that you have benchmarks and you have ways to check yourself, whether it's daily, weekly, or monthly. No longer than monthly, you should have a benchmark so that you know that you're making progress, so that you can get to that goal. It's very helpful. One thing that I wanted to talk about, especially today, is calendars, because, there's nothing more frustrating than being a parent and realizing, oh, I forgot to take my kid here, I forgot to bring my kid there, I forgot to do this, I forgot to do that. All these different things that are going on, and we just have a hard time keeping track. Because I heard a little saying one time that was, brains aren't meant for remembering. They're meant for thinking. That's what paper was made for, was for remembering. So if you write something down, you're more likely to remember it. It also does some kind of a connection thing where when you write it down, you see it and you're repeating it in your mind, and it just makes that little connection to your brain. So I think it's a great idea. Well, anyway, so everybody should have some kind of a planner. Everybody should have some kind of a way to keep track. I mostly use my phone for keeping track. It keeps me on schedule, keeps me on task. It makes sure I don't miss anything for the most part, because I almost have my phone with me all the time, so I can just plug in real quick what I need to take care of, what I need to do. Bam, it's on the schedule. And but for the family, especially my family, because we have a lot of people coming and going, a lot of things happening, it's important that that there's a calendar, just like how I talked about yesterday about holidays, how important it is to at least have seasonal holiday decorations, if not monthly holiday decorations, because kids need to be able to see change. They need to be able to start to put links with time so they can see a passing of time. And it also helps us, because it helps us realize that life is moving forward, so that we don't take things too seriously, and we realize that everything rolls back around once a year. So, it's food for thought that way. But, there's day planners, there's phone calendars, there's paper planners. I do a 3-planner system. My first one is big calendars. I have a big wall calendar, and it helps me keep track of everyone. The second thing I have is a paper calendar, and the third one is my phone. But it all starts right here, and once a year, I highly recommend it, the first week of January. I mean, if you're really organized, maybe before, and maybe this won't even be helpful for you. Maybe you're one of those people that are just on top of everything, but if this is something new for you, that's what this is really for, is someone who's new to planning and family and arranging and juggling, and there's just a lot going on. It's a lot to keep track of. So what I found that has worked for me and for my family is right outside my bedroom, I have a control center. A lot of people have theirs in the front room. That's too much going on in my front entryway, so I don't have our control center in the entryway. My control center is I have a wall that goes right outside my bedroom, and that's where the control center is. I have my calendar there. I have a basket that's screwed to the wall that collects the mail, and usually the kids' chore chart right there. That way I can keep track and they can see clearly what is expected of them. So here's what we have for the wall chart. It's just one of those simple ones. You can buy it at Walmart or any Home Depot, whatever. Not Home Depot, Office Depot. So I just put tacks in this. I have a piece of poster board behind it in the hallway. It's black. And I just set this right in front of it. This is for January 2018, and I've already started filling mine up. Woo! I have it filled up for February and March. I actually went through the whole thing because every year what I do is the first thing I do is I start writing in the things that are in stone. And what's in stone, I'll tell you. Birthdays, when things that can't be changed no matter what happens. Like, even if you're not going to celebrate something till the weekend, the official day is this. That's the stuff that I'm talking about, concrete, that's in stone, that's going to be on your calendar. So I have all 12 of my kids' birthdays on the calendar. I even put how old they're turning that year just so I can keep that in my mind and I can keep track. I have my daughter-in-law, I have my son-in-law, and I have my grandchildren on the list because if you have a smaller family, you can have your siblings, you can have your parents and things like that on there. But when you have a large family like mine, I kind of just want my kids to be aware of each other and the people that are in their family. So I have that. Some of the things that I have on my calendar is if I wanted to, I could put stickers on it and make it really fun. But instead, I just use Sharpies because otherwise I'll spend way too much time on it. And since I'm tearing it off once a month, I don't want to spend way too much time on it. So I just use Sharpies and I will highlight or put a special decoration. Like you'll see, for instance, it's New Year's Day. Nothing fancy, just scribble, scribble, scribble. The kids are out of school this week. I have what I want to do for our family meeting. I have the days that we have our trash being collected. I have our family fun day. And then as time goes on, I will start to add in what exactly we're going to do for family fun day. And our trash days are always the same. Even if it's on Christmas Day, it's the same trash day. So I don't like to forget to take out the trash because we end up with way too much on the side of the house. So I think it's a great idea to write down your trash day. You could also put your recycling day, especially if you're really big in that. Anything that you want to remember and that you could use help in the family to remember, you should totally mark that stuff into your calendar. I even put, because our church changes every year, what time we start going to church. So I put the time that church is for the first several months so that the kids can get used to it. And then I do believe in having a family fun day. That's on Saturday for us. And then as the week goes, I just fill it in with pen what we're going to be doing for family fun day. But that way I'm thinking about it beforehand. We have a family night on Monday night where we just like to do something as family. Sometimes we do service on that night. We sometimes have a lesson about morals and values and just character building things that are important to me as a parent to teach my children. Also, any youth activities that your kids have, or scouting programs, or soccer games, football games. Obviously, you're probably already doing that if you are one of those kind of moms. But those are the kind of things that I have in my paper calendar that goes on the wall. These are things that I want everybody in the family to know. I want everybody to know they're still on school break. They can look at it. They get that idea. They know what holiday it is. They know what's going on. I put a lot of details on that calendar, but they're always a general detail. I don't want... like maybe if I'm going out of town with my husband, I'll put that on the calendar just so that the whole family's aware. But I'm not going to put stuff that's really just about one child. I might keep that on their personal calendar. I like to have all my kids have their own personal calendar in their bedroom just so they can see, again, time passing and something beautiful to add to their room. The second step I have, because like I said, I have the 3-step system. I have the week at a glance. I have a notebook. On the front of it says, make it happen, because for me, that just helps inspire me to get things done. And I put in here any goals I have for the year. I put in goals I have for the month. I put in things I'm working on, challenges I'm trying to accomplish, or just challenges I'm trying to face and overcome, things I want to accomplish, just everything I really put in here. It helps me keep track because I can look through it through all the year. I can also kind of I can kind of look through it to find out what I've done in the past. But I do put one paper for each week in here. It's just loose leaf paper. I'm just going to show it to you. It's very generic. I like it that way. I'm a huge fan of regular paper, and I just write the days of the week, and then I write across it the big goals I'm trying to accomplish or the things that I need to make sure happen. Anything that I need to make sure I remember, I put on that bill sheet. And I mean on that week at a glance sheet. Including paying bills. That's why I said that. I just read that real quick. It says pay bills because I do that on the day we get paid. So I make sure all that comes through. But that, it just, you can make your, if you have a binder or a paper planner or a day planner, you know, a lot of people use different kind of planners. You can make those so specific to you and so that you can keep track of you, but you know, it just helps you keep from getting a scatterbrain. You don't want your brain just going all over. It helps you stay centered, helps you stay focused, it helps you just keep on track. And I am a huge advocate for calendars. They really do just help you. I mean, I tape the kids' lunch calendar to the wall because it lets them know what they're having at school for lunch, and then they can cross off days they do not want to eat at school, so I know that I want to have stuff for them so that they can eat a lunch from home. I like to go over my calendar and review it every 3 months. I actually review it every month to add anything new that's come up, but I do an overview every 3 months of just kind of what's coming up ahead, so I can make sure that I'm on top of it and I have everything I need. So that's 4 times a year that I'm just really giving a good look through on my calendar. And then at the same time, let's see, was there anything else? So I said birthdays, important dates you want to put on your calendar. You want to put comings and goings. You want to put who needs to be where, when they need to be there, just general information, anything that's specific to your family. And then after all that, I go ahead and put it on my phone, my device, because that is what I see every day. That's in my hand all day. I don't, or at least in my person, on my person or near me every day. So I can check it and I know exactly what's coming up. I can see what I'm working on at home. I can see what's going on with the kids. I have it, you know, if you don't know how to do the Google Calendar and code it to different colors for different things, I have one when it has to do with just me, one when it has to do with my kids, one when it has to do with church, and then one when it has to do with my house. So that really helps me just kind of keep track and locks in on what is going on. But yeah, that's what I've got for calendars, and I hope that if you're not using a calendar that you will consider it. Start with a fun small calendar. Just write down, you know, chores that you need to be doing around your house. You know, we talked about some projects you're working on 3 or 4 days a week. You can write that on your calendar. You can write what day you want to do laundry every day of the week, or what laundry you're washing. You know, some people, I've heard Fly Lady Cat talk about having 1 day for darks, 1 day for lights, 1 day for whites. I have it to where I do my laundry 1 day, my husband's laundry 1 day, the little kids' laundry 1 day, and towels 1 day. Their bedding I wash on the same day that I wash my bedding on the day I wash my clothes, and I wash the kids' bedding on the day I wash their clothes. So that just makes it to where I only have 4 days of laundry that I have to do, and that leaves 3 days open for my older children. Anybody that's 12 and up does their own laundry at my house, so that is something that we can put on the calendar. I just already have it in my phone, so I don't need to put it on the family calendar. They're just happy when their clothes are done and I have them put them away. And then anything that matters to you, you can put on that calendar to just make it more easy for everyone else in the family, so that they know what's going on, that you know what's going on. You know, certain dates, like we have Thunderbirds and they only perform so many days a year, so I like to keep that recorded in on my calendar. And then the kids, if they kind of bug me about it and ask, oh, are we going to do that? Are we going to do that? Then I know that's something I want to put on our family activity for the week. And then in the summertime we do a lot more stuff, so I leave that open so that we can do a lot more activities. But that's just kind of a general overview of what we like to do for calendars. And I have that 3 calendar system where I do a paper calendar, this giant one I have for on the wall, the notebook where I keep it all in here with plastic pages and goals and everything I want to accomplish, and then my good old trusty phone. So that's what I've got. And if you have a calendar system that you like, feel free to put it in the comments. Make sure you click subscribe. I'm going to be doing a lot of short blurbs, 15 minutes or so, to make sure that you just are cued in on the details I'm talking about, because it will really help you be able to get things together, get on top of it, and just get your life in order. It really, really has made a difference in my life doing a calendar system. So click like, click subscribe, share if you want, and I hope to be able to see you some more this week. I'm going to be trying to post every single day. So here you are with my next day in a row. And then anything else that you need, just put it in the comments. I'll make sure I do a live video on it, or at least a recorded one. And I hope this information was helpful for you, and I hope you have a great New Year's Eve party planned, or that you're going to do something for New Year's Eve. Let's talk about that just real quick, because this is New Year's Eve, and I want to be able to just hope that everybody's doing something fun for their kids to help signify the new year. And if you're going somewhere, if you're doing something, or watching fireworks, or just whatever goes on in your life that makes it exciting for New Year's, and throw some confetti, have a little party, whatever. And then after that, make sure that you are, the Monday following New Year's, or the first week of the month, I always like to have the kids sit down and discuss their goals, their aspirations, their desires, their dreams, so that they can kind of talk about, make a plan, and really get targeted on what they want to accomplish and what they want to see happen in their own lives. And it's really, really valuable for kids. So help them by setting a good example. Have your calendar. Let everybody know that you're all on the same page, and put your family vacations on there. Put fun things that you're doing, fun things that you want to do, and just do them. And then be sure to at least once a month cross off the days, so that they can, or I try to do it once a week, if not more, so that my kids could see time passing and what's going on. And that's all I've got. I hope this was helpful for you. Take care. Have a great day.